Have you ever heard the saying, "A tired dog is a happy dog"? It's a classic for a reason, but I think we can do even better. Because there's a world of difference between a dog that's just physically exhausted and one that's truly deeply content. We're not just aiming for flopped on the floor tired. We're aiming for happy brain tired, loose shoulders tired, big sigh tired. That's the sweet spot where the Zoomies fade away and the calm, cuddly companion emerges. Today, I'm going to show you 7 playful and powerful ways to channel that wild, Zoomie energy into calm, focused, and content vibes. Welcome in. If you've got a furry friend who seems to be bouncing off the walls, running laps around the coffee table, or just can't seem to settle down, I've got you. We're diving into simple, effective games that work your dog's body, their brain, so those couch cuddles later on hit a little different. Here's the fundamental challenge we're solving. High-energy dogs aren't bad or naughty, they're under-challenged. They have a deep, instinctual need to work, to think, and to solve problems. When all that brilliant energy has nowhere to go, it often gets redirected into behaviors that stress both of you out. We're talking about nuisance barking, destructive chewing, or even dashing out the front door. It's not defiance. It's a cry for a job to do. Now, daily walks are essential, and they absolutely help. But for many intelligent, energetic breeds, a walk is just a warm-up. It satisfies the body, but it often leaves the brain buzzing with unspent mental energy. They need more than just mileage. They need jobs. They need choices. They need little wins throughout the day that build their confidence and, most importantly, drain that mental battery. The secret sauce is mixing short bursts of physical play with engaging problem solving. This combination is what truly tires a dog out in the most fulfilling way. To make this work, we need to embrace 3 core concepts. First, think in intervals. Short, intense bursts of activity, followed by calm breaks. This teaches your dog how to switch their own off button. Second, variety is key. Rotating through different types of games keeps them engaged and prevents boredom. And third, and this is crucial, you need clear start and stop cues. Your dog should know exactly when a game begins and when it ends. This predictability builds trust and impulse control. I'll break it all down so you can start today, even if you live in a small apartment. All right, let's get into it. Game 1 is a classic for a reason. Hide and seek. This is pure gold for a dog's brain because it taps directly into their powerful sense of smell. To start, keep it super simple. Ask your dog for a stay. If they don't have a solid stay, just having a friend gently hold them works too. Step just out of sight, maybe behind a door or the couch, and then call their name once with an excited tone. The moment they find you, it's a jackpot. Lavish them with praise, pets, and a really good treat. You want them to think finding you is the best thing that's ever happened. Ready to level up? Instead of hiding yourself, hide their favorite toy. Let them see you place it, then give a cue like, "Find your ball." As they get better, you can hide it without them watching. Or, for a real challenge, hide a treat-scented towel. The sniffing required for this is incredibly taxing on their brain. See that nose twitching? That's mental gold. Seriously, experts say that just 5 to 10 minutes of dedicated nose work can be more tiring for a dog than a 30-minute run. Game 2, Tug of War. Now this game sometimes gets a bad rap, but when played with clear rules, it's one of the best games for building your bond and teaching impulse control. The rules are simple. You initiate the game. Use a clear cue like "take it" to start the fun. After a short burst of play, maybe 20 to 30 seconds, you'll pause the game with a "drop it" cue. The instant your dog releases the toy, praise them and immediately reward them by saying, "Take it," again. This teaches them that letting go of the toy makes the fun continue. Finally, when you're finished, use a final cue like "all done" and put the toy away. This game is fantastic. It builds muscle, it lets them release that primal energy in a safe way, and every time they drop it on cue, you are strengthening their impulse control. A quick safety tip: if their teeth ever accidentally touch your skin, the game ends immediately. Just say oops calmly and walk away for a minute. They'll quickly learn to be more careful. Game 3 is DIY agility. You don't need fancy equipment. Your living room is a potential playground. Get creative. A broomstick balanced on a couple of stacks of books makes a perfect low jump. A line of towels or shoes can become weave poles. And a row of couch cushions on the floor is a great exercise for balance and body awareness. Use a tasty treat to lure your dog through the course one obstacle at a time. Keep it fun and positive. When they complete it, mark the win with an excited "yes" and celebrate with them. This builds confidence and teaches them to focus on you even when they're excited. For safety, always keep jumps very low, especially for puppies whose growth plates are still developing, large breeds, and senior dogs. 2 or 3 short rounds is plenty. Game 4, Scatter Feed. This is the easiest game on the list, and it's profoundly satisfying for your dog. Instead of dumping their meal in a bowl, you make them work for it. If you have a yard, just toss a handful of their kibble across the grass. Indoors, you can use a snuffle mat, or even just a towel or blanket. The act of sniffing and searching for each individual piece of food is incredibly engaging. Nature designed dogs to forage for their food. Letting them do this turns dinner time from a 30-second gulp fest into a 10-minute mental workout. Game 5 is the box brain teaser. This is my favorite way to use up all those delivery boxes. It's free, it's fun, and it's fantastic enrichment. All you need is a cardboard box, some packing paper or old t-shirts, and a few of your dog's favorite treats. Just crumple up the paper, stuff it in the box, and sprinkle the treats inside. Then, just put it on the floor and let your dog figure it out. They'll have to dig, nudge, sniff, and use their paws and nose to solve the puzzle. It's a brilliant way to encourage independent problem solving. Just be sure to supervise them and make sure they're not actually eating the cardboard or paper. It's enrichment that also cleans out your recycling bin. A definite win-win. Okay, Game 6, Fetch with Rules. A classic game of fetch can quickly ramp a dog's arousal up to 100. But with a few tweaks, we can turn it into a fantastic impulse control exercise. Instead of just mindlessly throwing the ball, ask your dog for a calm behavior first, like a sit or a wait. Only throw the ball when they are calm. When they bring it back, instead of wrestling it from their mouth, ask for a trade. Offer them a high-value treat in exchange for the ball. This prevents possessiveness and makes giving up the toy a positive experience. Keep sessions short, just a few throws, to keep their arousal from boiling over. And our final game, number 7, Find It Trails. This is a step up from basic hide and seek, and it's amazing for teaching focus. Have your dog wait while you create a simple trail of small, smelly treats. Start with the treats close together in a straight line. Release your dog with a cue like, "Find it," and let them follow their nose. As they get the hang of it, you can make the trail longer, space the treats further apart, and even have the trail go around corners, or lead to a bigger jackpot prize at the end, like a chew toy or a puzzle feeder. This game is all about concentration, and is a wonderfully calming activity. So, how do you put this all together? You don't need to play for hours. A short, structured 10-12 minute session can work wonders. Here's a sample routine I love. Start with a 1-minute warm-up, like some easy sniffing with a scatter feed. Then, move into a high-energy burst for 60-90 seconds, a quick game of tug or rule-based fetch. Follow that with a brain game, like 2 or 3 reps of hide and seek. Then, finish with a calm-down activity, like a final scatter feed on a blanket, while you give them some slow, gentle pets. This entire sequence takes about 10 minutes, and you can repeat it later in the day if needed. The structure of ramping up and then actively ramping down is what teaches them to regulate their own energy. Now, a quick bit of troubleshooting. What if your dog gets excited during play? We call this going over arousal threshold. If you see them getting frantic, nippy, or unable to listen, That's your cue to stop. Calmly end the game and give them something quiet to do, like chewing on a toy or working on a food puzzle. Next time, make the play session shorter. The goal is to end the game while they're still successful and engaged, not when they're already overwhelmed. If you're struggling with the drop it cue, remember to make the trade worth their while. Use a treat that's way more exciting than the toy. And if they still won't let go during tug, just go completely still and silent. Make the toy boring. The moment they loosen their grip, praise them and re-engage. They'll learn that letting go is part of the fun. So, how do you know it's working? You'll learn to spot the key moments. It's that visible shift you'll see from wild, wide eyes to soft, slow blinks. It's the big, jaw-cracking doggy yawn that signals relaxation, not anxiety. It's the full-body sigh, where you can almost feel the tension leaving their body as they exhale. These are the signs of a dog whose needs have been met. And the ultimate reward is when you see your dog walk right past their favorite fetch toy, choose their bed instead, curl up, and just melt into a peaceful sleep. That's when you know you've achieved that perfect, happy brain, tired state. Give one of these games a try today and let me know how it goes.